Yeah, as a staff, you know what, we had probably 2 good periods. The second period was what we talked about, and you know they won the territorial battle because you know we turned too many pucks over. Our line changes weren't good, and something that we discussed in between periods. But short training camp, you know, as we get going, emphasize more of the little things that we need to.
Have to be real encouraged with what we saw from your goaltender today.
Yeah, he was good. And early on, he didn't get much work, but obviously second period and third period, we gave up a few grade A chances, high danger areas in the slot, and it's good to see Forsey, you know, after last year, what he went through, come back and play well for us.
Jake Sanderson's talked about wanting to be a little more assertive offensively, more shoot-first mentality. Like, are you seeing a little more aggressiveness, I guess, in his play?
Yeah, that's the one thing that we want to see from all ID, but he's very conscious of that. He did jump up in the play tonight, you know, and as we get going, hopefully we're going to see more of that because that's the new NHL now. It's always 4-man attacks, you know, when you have a back end that contributes offensively, the points per defenseman in the league on your team is almost points in the standings too. So we got to get more from our back end, but something that you'll see him do quite a bit this year.
Jack, when a guy's gone through what Forsberg went through last year, is something like that, even though it's preseason, good for his confidence?
Yeah, and you've been around us, so you know like the mental toughness that you have to have. You know what kind of a person, how he trains off the ice, and you know just to see him, you know, both knees and the injuries that he had. So credit to him for the work that he did, the work this summer that he put in with the trainers, and it gives him confidence for himself too, obviously, to come back and go through a game like that. And he got tested, and he got tested, you know, in this game, and he seemed to battle and recover really well too.
Jack, you have some familiarity with Josh Bailey, and I'm wondering what you think he could potentially bring to this group.
I think Josh is a lot like Derek Brassard. I think the guys will rally around an older guy like that. He's a high character guy, we know, and he's a good teammate, and he's got experience. So, you know, at the end of training camp, you know, when management has discussions, and we'll see where it stands. But he's going to get every opportunity, just like a few of the other guys, to prove what they can do on this hockey club. But he will bring some character to our team and some experience.
In the regular season, might not be the best scenario to get too many man penalty in the last minute, but in the preseason, valuable experience for those.
Yeah, I mean the guys are playing hockey, and I don't think Josh really saw anything that he had to make a play because we were changing, and he took it back. And at that point, you know, we were changing. So, yeah, I mean it's something that we had quite a few last year, to be honest with you, and that's something that we have to be conscious of. You know, especially when you got 4 forwards on the power play, you know, and at the end of that power play as well. So I thought both teams got probably a little bit more than they wanted for special teams tonight, but it's part of the game.
Yeah, opinions on a guy like Antipalo and Schmeichel, your first games really in North America?
Yeah, I think they did well. I mean, it's tough when you come over and you get into a new situation. There's a language barrier. As far as systems go, it's a totally different system. So for those guys to go out there tonight, I thought, you know, they play with some confidence. They play well. I thought all the kids play well tonight, but those 2 guys, I think, you know, I'm sure they were excited to get into the game, and they played fine.
What sort of importance or significance is there in winning and losing and the scoreboard during preseason games?
I think it's about the details, and I think it's about we implemented a few new systems. So I think as far as we go, we still want to see the hard work and obviously relentless play, but we want to see certain areas of our game on the details. This is a good time for us to see, you know, the foundation and the framework on how we're going to play in all 3 zones. So it gives us an opportunity to work on the things that we need to work on. Yeah, you want to win games, there's no question, but you're going to give certain guys a chance to, whether they go back to junior or and that's what every team does in the National Hockey League. But you know, as we go through this camp and our team starts to, we get down some numbers. It's important to get that confidence and playing as a unit of 5 in all areas of our game going into the regular season.
Jack, how would you describe DJ's voice behind the bench there this afternoon?
He didn't say much, which was actually good tonight. But you know what? No, we just we know that he's going through obviously the little voice situation there. So a lot of the coaches, on the bench just kind of picked up for him and did what we had to do.
Yeah, obviously it's been a long road, and it's lots of emotion coming out there for the national anthem and all that. And I'm so happy and grateful that I'm back and I feel good. So I'm just going to keep going. Enjoy that.
Nice to get that one out of the way, for lack of a better way to put it.
Yeah, there's a lot of scrambling the first 2 periods. I felt like for myself, trying to find my game again. I felt like in the third I calmed down a little bit, so it felt better as longer it went.
What's been the most difficult part of the last, kind of 8 months and coming back from this?
Well, I mean, to be honest, like from day one, I was just happy that it was what it was. So I've kind of felt the whole time it hasn't been hard, because I know it could have been a lot worse. So I've kind of tried to stay positive and just work toward this day, and like in that way, I didn't feel it was super hard. Obviously, it's tough. Lots of days you're here by yourself. You're not with a team and all that, and that's the biggest part of that's to be a part of the team. So that's probably the toughest part.
And this, I think something like today helps with kind of that mental grind, doesn't it, that you've been through?
Yeah, obviously. I mean, this is the day you've been working for to get to, and I felt good. I didn't feel my knees, and I feel strong. So that's what I care about, and I'm happy to be here.
It's only preseason, but you guys are still competitors. You want to win. Describe the last minute and how much you wanted to make sure that puck stayed out of the net.
Well, I feel like that's my job every night, so it doesn't matter what kind of type of game it is. If it's a preseason, if it's Stanley Cup final, you're going to want to stop everything, right? So I don't think it really matters. So we want to stop it anyway.
Quality reps to get able to defend the lead in the last minute shorthanded, like it's good repetitions for the season?
Yeah, I mean, you want to get in as many situations as you can before season starts. We had a lot of penalties, and we also had a lot of PP today. So, and that's stuff and that you want to work on before season starts. So it was a good game that way, that we got a little bit of everything.
There was a sequence in the second period where Kyle Clifford came in and really crashed the crease, and he got a penalty for it. I'm just wondering, just from a mental hurdle, to be able to withstand a hit like that in your crease must feel like, okay, now I don't have to worry about.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, I feel strong, and I've had no doubt that my knees are back to where they were before, if not stronger. And in that way, I haven't, since day one we started skating, hesitated about anything. I've been out there and worked myself through everything. Obviously, there's some scar tissue there that we've been working on, and it feels really good right now. And that's been the only thing that's been that I felt a little bit. But as of right now, I mean, I didn't feel anything out there today. So, and I don't think about it. So it's awesome.
Feel nice to just kind of start off with a win and close out a hockey game.
Yeah, no, absolutely, we'll take it. Feels good to play hockey again. It's been a while, 6 months, so we're just getting our legs under us, but I think that was a pretty good start for us.
You seem to be really jumping into the play a little bit this afternoon, even in a shorthanded scenario there. Is this what we should maybe start to expect to see out of you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to pick and choose my spots. I'm not going to, be all over the ice, but, there were spots there that were open. I felt I could get up, so, credit to the forwards to getting it on my tape, so they're good plays.
It's good to see Anton Forsberg.
Yeah, no, really happy for him. He's been grinding all off season, and I was pretty scared to see what happened last year with him. But he's a stud, and he works so hard, so he deserves it.
Stützle look stronger on his skate too. Is he tougher to knock off the puck maybe than last year when he was battling practice?
Yeah, no, for sure. I think that's just that maturity coming, with age. But he's a superstar in this league, and he makes some pretty special plays out there. So expect that all season.
Walk us through this one here. Pretty good start, not so good middle. Hang on in the end.
Yeah, it was just I think we played really, really good in the first. I think everybody played really hard, and then second, third. I think it's always tough, first game. You're not really in a game shape. You can work as hard as you want, but you gotta find a way there, and I think that's what we did. I think Forsey was great today and played really confident. Gave us good looks. English not great, eh? Yeah, great. Gave us great looks there, and I mean, I think everybody's playing pretty solid.
It's preseason, no worry.
Yeah.
Get rested.
Yeah. Oh, it was awesome. I never had a doubt he's not coming back. He's such a hard worker, and it's a pleasure being able to watch him every day work so hard. And it's awesome. I mean, he's such a great guy, and he was really confident today, so I was really happy for him.
Your first goal, you guys had some really good sustained pressure, like 40 seconds, Smekel, Sokolov. How much did that help kind of soften things up and allow you to come in there and score that goal?
Yeah, I think we were talking about a lot, getting some ozone changes, and Roby was doing a great job there. They kept the puck in there for a long time, and then great screen there by Soki. We wanted to get on the net, and that's what he did. And then it's pretty easy for me just to get on the net.
How close did you feel like you came to that third goal in that Mutton Palo field?
Sorry?
How close did you feel like you came to that third goal in that Mutton Palo field pass in the third period?
So
number 33.
Great play. I think I should have stopped maybe a little bit earlier, and then would have maybe went in. But the goalie was right there with the pad, so I had to get it over. But great play there by G to kind of give it in his lane, and then he can skate. He's fast. Has a good shot, and I think he did a great job there finding me.
What sort of expectations do you have for yourself this season?
Win games. I think that's all that matters for us. We had a pretty good start here today in preseason. I think everybody was working hard. It's hard, so many new guys coming in and the systems and everything. And I think all the guys, were on their toes and played a pretty hard game, and a lot of big hits there too. So all the guys did what they had to do, and so I think overall solid game.
You mentioned the new guys and the systems and things that you work on in preseason. How important is the scoreboard, the winning and losing in preseason?
Oh, we always want to win. I think when you're an athlete, you're such a competitor, so we always want to win. And I think everybody stepped up there in the third. It was more of kind of keeping them out of the net. And like I said, Forsey was great, and all you want to do is win. It doesn't matter if it's preseason, regular season. You definitely want to find your game, find the hands, but in the end, I think you always want to win.
When you're in a scoring position now, does the game slow down for you at all? Are you even thinking, is it just reaction? Take us in your mind.
Yeah, I think I'm really confident on my shot. I think both shots were pretty good screen there in front of the net, and then I've been working on it a lot, get the puck out quicker, and I think that's what I tried doing all summer. And I'm happy, but I think it was like I said. I don't really want to talk about myself. I think it was just a whole group. It can just tip your hat. I think, like I said, all the new guys coming in, and they played really hard tonight.
What's it like having a game where your head coach basically has no voice and he can't really scream at you, right?
Yeah, I told him I can't hear you, and he's always so into the game, and it's me. I mean, Painter and Sexy were doing a great job there, kind of telling the guys who's going on next, and I mean, he tried helping us where he can, and if he gets mad, it's pretty good if you don't really hear him.
You had a lot of penalty killing time tonight too. It's something that you want to work on too for this season, improving that as well.
Yeah, I think I want to be able to play in all situations, and that's what I wanted to do last year too. And I think I can just keep getting better. Gotta maybe put in a little bit more stop and starts in the D zone, not swing as much, and then I think it's going to be good.